How you doing, everyone? It's Kevin. I'm back with another video. Rick said he was going up the road and he seen this mushroom on the tree. So we stopped over and asked the gentleman that owns the property if we could have the mushroom. And he actually told us we could have the whole log, but we don't want the log, that's for sure. But we got a nice chicken of the woods here. Look at this. Looks good. Look at the size of that thing. It's a nice mushroom. Now, we don't have no knife, so we're going to probably just break this guy off. Then we're going to take it home and cook it up. Rick, if you'll hold that for me. I'm going to try to pull this guy off. I don't know if we can just... Normally I would bring a knife and cut it, but we're going to go ahead and break pieces off. Look how nice and tender. That's nice. Fresh mushroom. I don't even know if we have to take all this right now. I might just take some of it and then bring a knife back and then cut some more off of it. Because this is a pretty fresh mushroom. So we got a nice, good little haul here. We'll take these home and cook them up, but I will come back since he told me I can have the rest of it, and I'll take a knife and just cut it off. And I only want to cut about 2-3 inches off the outside edge, and hopefully it'll grow back. Alright everyone, we're back to the mushroom, and we got the right tool now. We got us a knife and we got us a bag. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut about 2.5 inches off the front of this. See how we cut that? That's what I want. Good sized bag of mushrooms here. What's crazy is this tree has another one growing on it on that side right there, but it's smaller. That's not too much smaller, but it is growing there. Look at them. They're growing down in there. They're kind of hidden from the road, so if we want some more, we can come back and get them. Alright, we got all of our mushrooms back at the house now, and the only thing I'm going to use to clean these mushrooms with is, this is a new paintbrush, and we're just going to brush them off. We just want to brush any of the dirt off of them, and that's all you have to do to clean these, is take a brush and just brush the dirt off. And then we'll get ready to roll them in some egg and flour. Now, I might cut up some of these in just a little bit smaller chunks. I'll take some of these tips off, because when you get into that thicker part there, it's really a little bit tougher. But this seems like a pretty young mushroom. I think it'll all be okay. But we're going to make some nice little chicken nuggets out of the chicken of the woods. Chicken nuggets from chicken of the woods. So after we get these all cleaned up and get ready to roll them in some egg and flour. We'll get you guys back in here. If you get a spot to where it doesn't look like it wants to brush off, take your knife. If it don't want to clean up very good, just take your knife and clean that piece up with your knife. Alright, now that we got them all brushed up pretty good, what I'm doing is, they're clean enough. They're, you know, you're not going to get everything off of them, but I'm just taking the tips of them and cutting them in small chunks like so we can make chicken nuggets. Something like that's like perfect. And we're just going to cut. We're just using basically the tip of this mushroom. Even when I'm out in the woods, I really don't like to take more than just the tip, because if it'll grow back, it may grow back, and then we can go back and get some more off of it. So we're just going to keep making our chunks here, and we'll get to roll them in some egg and flour, and then we're going to deep fry these guys. What's a chicken nugget if it ain't deep fried, right? Okay, our chicken nuggets are ready to go, and I basically used most of the tips off of those mushrooms, and these should be really good. Now, so far, we just went and picked the mushroom, we got them cleaned up, we used a paintbrush. Paintbrush is great for cleaning mushrooms. We used a Rita knife. These knives, I have a bunch of these knives, and we use them in our camper. We have them in the house, and you can sharpen them, and they're like razor sharp. These are great knives. I will leave a link in the description down below for these kitchen knives. If you guys are interested in any, you can go out there and pick them up. So next, since everything's ready to go here, we're going to roll them in some egg and flour, and we're going to start deep frying them. Alright, so now you're going to need some good fresh eggs. Prefer the ones that you get fresh right out of the chicken coop. These are the best. So we're going to do about 2 to 3 eggs. I might just throw 3 in there. We got a good bit of mushrooms. I think 3 of them will be okay. We're going to crack them in the bowl. Now, I have my oil heating up out there, and it's at 350 degrees. Now, you could cook them on 375 if you want. I'm just going to do 350 degrees. And I'm just using an all-purpose flour. Nothing special. And this is just an all-purpose flour, and you're going to need a good bit of flour. I always use a lot of flour, so we're going to just finish out that container. So we're going to whip these eggs up a little bit, not much. Like I said, we don't need them whipped very much. Just going to use a fork, and we're going to whip our eggs up a little bit. You don't have to go nuts on this part. I think that's good. And what we're going to do is we're just going to dump our mushrooms right down in there, and I'm going to use my hand, and we're going to move them around in here and get them all nice and coated with that egg. And try not to lose too many of them. I'm just kind of folding them in that egg. And make sure you wash your hands good. And then we're going to lay them down in our flour here. So now we're just going to take our egg coated mushrooms. What do you think of that? I just washed my hand, now I'm dipping it down in there again. And then we're going to take it and roll them in this flour. We just want to make sure they got a good flour coating on them. Hopefully I could do this. I'm just going to kind of flop them around. Oh yeah, it's working. We're getting them coated. Oh yeah, these are looking good. Look at that, nice and coated. Look like chicken nuggets too. So we're gonna get this cleaned up, and then hopefully our oil will be heated up by then, and then we can start frying these. Okay, our deep fryer is hot now. So we're gonna go ahead and load up our basket with our mushrooms. And then we're gonna drop them down in there. I'm saying, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes maybe. We just want them golden brown. It might even be less than that, but we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Gonna have us some nice chicken nuggets. We're gonna drop them down in there. And we'll sit there and do their thing. Can't wait. All right, let's check on our mushrooms and see what they look like. Ooh, look at that. That looks pretty good. Let's get one out and give it a try to see what we got here. That's perfect. Now, you guys know this is my favorite seasoning. I'm always going to use this seasoning. And we want to do these while they're hot and the grease is still on them. Do a little bit more on the other side. Alright, these guys are done. So we're going to get these out and get them on some paper towels. So let's get these guys laid out. Now we're going to take these mushrooms over to Rick, our buddy Rick. He's the one that actually found the mushrooms. So we want to make sure he gets a good taste of them. He's never ate them before. But I'm going to take him some of my secret chicken sauce. And I'll leave the link at the top of the page for this sauce if you guys are interested in it. We're going to give him some of this sauce because this is really good on chicken. It's great on chicken. It's good on French fries and everything. So let's check this out. This is going to be so good. Alright, so we're going to take this guy and we're going to bury him right here in the middle. And this will be a good sample just to let them see if they like these mushrooms. But we're going to take one and dip it and try it. Oh my goodness. You can't beat them mushrooms. And they're right out of the woods. Fresh right out of the woods. So we're going to get this all wrapped up. And get this thing over to Rick. Okay, our chicken nuggets are done and it's time to eat. I took Rick over some and he just loved them. So, and he wanted to know the sauce, the recipe for the sauce. So don't forget, I'm going to leave a link at the top of the page. I'll leave a little thing at the top of the page over here. You can click on it and you can see how the sauce was made. It's our secret chicken sauce. Pretty simple and good on just about anything you eat. It's good on Julie uses it for French fries, tater tots, onion rings, chicken. Even my son puts it on his hot dogs. So it's a really good sauce. If you guys haven't seen it yet, check it out and you'll be making that yourself, I guarantee. And don't forget, I like my Morton's Nature Seasoning. I'll leave a link in the description for it, and I'll leave a link in the description for the Rita knives. If you guys are interested, I am an Amazon associate. I make a small commission off of things that you buy off of Amazon, but it doesn't change the price that you pay. It just helps me on my channel. So I would like to tell everybody, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or a comment if you'd like. Till next time, it's time to eat now. You guys are gonna love these.